This time, we're in southwest London.
Right, we're going to sort this, Chloe.
Hope so.
Where our house hunters are sick of trying to navigate the tricky market.
What we're doing obviously isn't working.
Is there a plan B?
No.
So it's up to us to diagnose the problem.
For me, it's not good enough.
Prescribe the solution.
I'll just meditate on my decision.
I need a younger co-host.
And hopefully find a cure.
Job done.
Job done. We're in southwest London, helping hopeful buyers find space in the city.
My pair have pinpointed particular streets and holding out for the perfect property.
And it's situation critical for my motorbiking medic, who wants a home of her own.
Did you see there what I did with the peas?
What about my motorbiking medic?
It wasn't as good.
Oh.
I did a thing with peas.
I did a thing with M's.
Well, P is your letter.
Gee whiz.
Pip, pip,
And Phil.
I'll take your P and raise you a T. From Thames to Tooting, southwest London is characterised by its famous commons, majestic parks, buzzy vibe, and of course, as the home of Great British tennis.
Average property prices are close to £800,000, with semi-detached homes sitting at over 1.4 million.
But it's flats that make up most of the sales here. Though even they are nearly double the national average house price, at close to £550,000. That's the market 30-something Chloe is searching in. But after 7 months and no joy, some may say she's struggling. She would put it slightly differently.
My search has been a bit of an epic fail.
As a junior doctor tasked with saving lives every day, Chloe envisaged house hunting as a simpler task.
Juggling shifts with viewings has proved unsurmountable.
Chloe is 12 months and a few exams away from being a qualified A&E consultant. She'll be working shifts, so living close to her local hospital is essential. And she has one other deal-breaking consideration.
The motorcycle is a big part of my life and a big part of the search. It's my main mode of transport, my passion and my hobby, and it needs a home as well.
Chloe's love of two wheels started as a teenager.
My dad is a keen motorcyclist, despite being very discouraging of me as a teenager from owning one, and he actually helped me find and buy my current bike. It's nice to have something to do together, and it is a bit of a passion that we share.
And it's not the only thing they share.
Back living with my foster parents in my teenage bedroom, which is a lot smaller than I remember. It's great being back in the family home, but I am very much ready for my own space.
Chloe left London to study medicine more than 15 years ago. But with the option to finish her studies close to home, she's back. It's where friends and family are and where she wants her future to be.
Whilst there are a wealth of activities wherever you live, having people to do it with is what makes it fun.
But for the fun to really begin, Chloe needs a place of her own. She's got a budget of £450,000, but has struggled to find anything to buy.
To me, it very much feels like a very large sum of money. It's the best part of £500,000, and I am looking and struggling to find a one-bed flat. It's pretty disheartening.
Don't worry, Chloe. Phil will know just what property to prescribe, and home visits are his speciality.
Tell me about your search. How many have you been to see?
20 in total, all in Wimbledon.
Right.
All one beds. It's not because I'm not willing or able to sort of extend the search. It's just taken all of the time and effort I have to do Wimbledon.
Where do you feel you've been struggling?
It is such a big amount of money, and I'm sort of crippled by indecision and fear of investing nearly £500,000 in something that's not right.
Describe the ideal flat to me, then.
One bed, own front door would be lovely. The only real deal breaker is the motorbike.
I've heard about the motorbike.
Yes.
The requirement for parking that's the challenge.
Yeah.
Because that will just restrict us.
Yeah.
Is there a plan B?
No, we have to find one.
We will.
Failure is not an option, Pip. Doctor's orders.
But the cost is a tough pill to swallow, and it'll take a special place to calm Chloe's nerves about buying. She has up to £450,000 to spend on a one-bedroom flat with a place to park the bike.
She'd love her own front door, and we need to keep in mind her commute to work.
Wimbledon is Chloe's top spot, but it hasn't given her everything she needs. So we'll be widening the search, staying within an easy commute to work.
My pair are searching further west. They love all things leafy. So I'll be focusing on Richmond and its surrounding suburbs that have a good community feel. Devon-born Ben and Cornish-born Maya have been searching for their first home together for 6 months, with Ben very much in the driving seat.
Has he been obsessive or is that too far? He will know everything that's on the market. He'll have booked out our Saturday with viewings.
I don't need alerts. I refresh quite frequently.
He's on it all the time.
Oh, no, I'm working.
They met 5 years ago and have been married for just over a year. They currently live in the central London flat Maya bought before they met. But life on the 18th floor has lost its appeal.
You think you're in Central next to a park, but you're actually 5 minutes away from the park to get down there.
We don't necessarily need to be right in the centre of everything for the next stage of life, hopefully.
Ironman competitor Ben would love to ditch the balcony and train in the great outdoors every day. Maya would love a garden for her yoga and to find a community as wonderful as the one they have now.
Our favourite areas are Richmond, Barnes, East Sheen, Kingston.
But these are a lot of people's favourite areas. They've saved hard and are borrowing big and have an incredible budget of £1.25 million. But that means they really want to get it right.
I like a bay window. I never dreamt that 1.2 million wouldn't get me everything I wanted and how wrong I was. All we're asking for is a medium-sized house with a garden.
Moving on to the next chapter of our lives, it allows us to hopefully start a family.
Accountant Maya and tax advisor Ben have adopted an analytical approach to their search.
There's a spreadsheet with each of our criteria, the size, the link.
Yeah, I think we've done 15 viewings.
Yeah, you're 6 months down the line and you don't have a house.
Even with their big budget and relatively modest wish list, they are searching in super pricey postcodes. So getting it all is nigh on impossible.
We need to work out what compromise needs to happen. There will be one.
Yeah.
And I know just the person to find it.
Thank you, Phil. There is a more pressing problem that needs to be addressed as a priority. Rumour has it that yours is the most detailed spreadsheet that anyone has ever seen in 25 years. It's not necessarily a compliment, Ben.
No, it's not a good thing.
Because it's such a fiscally important decision, nobody says, oh, I'm just going to follow my gut.
As our search has progressed, we've added more to the list of what we want, and it's just getting harder. We don't want to make the wrong decision.
I know that you want 3 bedrooms and somewhere to work from home and a garden of a specific size, and those are the houses we're seeing. But if you can trust me enough to just say, OK, each house we're going to go into freely.
Yeah.
I think what you're doing is really sensible, but I think it's hindering your search.
What we're doing obviously isn't working.
We will reboot your search.
I'll take a reset as a win.
Well, let's drink up and get on with a reset.
I'm all for an analytical approach, but buying a house can't be all business.
Agreed. Without a good gut feel, the figures are fruitless. Ben and Maya have up to £1.25 million to spend on a family home with at least 3 bedrooms. Curb appeal is important, as is a good-sized garden.
And Ben travels to the city every day, so transport links need to be top-notch.
Morning.
Morning.
Fitting well?
I think I may have frightened my couple a little. They've got a good attitude, they're really positive people, but
OK.
I just want them to put some gut.
They want some feeling as well as
Yes.
some numbers.
Yes.
If I was only looking for a flat, I think it would be relatively straightforward. But I'm not just looking for a flat.
Don't tell me there's a pet of some kind involved.
Well, a motorbike. And the motorbike can't be insured if it's parked on the road, so it has to have private parking.
Wow.
And that is going to be really challenging.
Right.
But it's a hobby, it's a passion, and it's her method of commuting to work. She's a doctor.
Okay. Stat. You don't know what that means, do you? No.
Chop chop? Pronto? Make it snappy?
Well, when you put it like that, of course, there's a sense of urgency. We have to get Chloe out of her teenage bedroom. Her top spot at Wimbledon hasn't been able to offer her all that she needs, so we're heading 1.5 miles down the road to Rains Park, which, with its bustling high street, has lots to offer. There's also over 200 trains a day to Wimbledon, so she can be in the area she loves in under 5 minutes.
Right, we're going to sort this, Chloe.
I hope so.
Here we have freehold house with parking.
Brilliant.
We're kind of borders of Rains Park and Wimbledon. Wimbledon High Street, it's a bit of a walk that way, but it is walkable.
Yeah. Rains Park is not really where I would choose to be.
OK. Let's see what you think.
I'd say this house has some work to do, Phil.
Yes, but Chloe has only ever viewed flats. This is a house, and that alone makes it worth a look.
Inside, there's a good-sized open-plan living, dining and kitchen area, and stairs, which lead up to a bathroom and double bedroom. The space and layout are really good, and I just hope the outside space is enough.
It's on the market for £475,000. But we've been told the seller is open to offers close to Chloe's budget of £450,000.
Right. Through your own front door, Chloe.
Lovely. Yep. Own front door. Check.
Into the main room. Sitting, cooking, dining.
Space-wise, it all works. But I'm just going to try and look at it without the sort of niggle in the back of my mind that's saying, this is Rains Park, not Wimbledon.
Why don't you have a look upstairs on your own? I'll come and find you.
Giving up on the Wimbledon dream isn't going to be easy for Chloe. I'm not sure you've aced your first serve, Pip.
It's a bit of paint.
It is a house with its own front door with awesome bike parking that she can actually see. On the edge of Wimbledon, it's got to be worth considering, really.
Size bedroom.
She may be coming round.
How are you getting on?
Good.
Yeah?
Did you say there's outside space?
That is the outside space. It's drop curb, so you can put
Okay.
a car on it or motorbike.
Okay.
There's no garden.
Okay.
A look is worth 1,000 words.
I think the outside space may be worth more to Chloe than I realised.
This is perfect for the bike.
Yeah.
But it's not somewhere that I can sit in the morning and have a coffee.
That's an absolute must-have.
Yes.
This search just got harder.
Sorry.
No, you don't have to apologise.
Sorry.
I thought the priority was the bike rather than you having outside space.
Chloe first, closely followed by bike.
Fine. I'm on it.
Priorities in order. You know what you've got to do, Phil.
I do. I just don't quite know how I'm going to do it.
We're in southwest London. I'm with Ben and Maya, and I'm hoping to get their house hunt back on track.
And I'm with Chloe, who needs a flat that fits her and her beloved motorbike.
Well, we're in the right place, Phil. It seems to be all Zoom around here.
Well, motorbike is the only way to get around London.
I know.
But for Dr. Chloe, it's more than just that. It's her passion, one she shares with foster dad Jimmy. After over 15 years away, she's moving back close to family and to finish her last year of medical training. But while our first property suited the bike, it lacked the outside space for Chloe.
Chloe first, closely followed by bike.
Fine.
For Ben and Maya, they're ready for the next step. They've outgrown their central London high-rise, but 6 months of searching has left them bamboozled with facts and figures.
It gets to a point where you do get worn down.
We've hit the reset button and we're starting in Kingston upon Thames. It's got the community Maya craves and Ben's favourite cycling spot of Richmond Park, all on the doorstep of this detached Victorian villa. I'm confident I've found a winning formula.
Hello.
Rumour has it that this street is 4C. Will you just explain what that means?
Listed out our areas from 1 to 10 in terms of what we wanted, and then within Kingston we did sub-areas of which roads that we wanted. Not that we're particular or anything.
OK, so we're kind of in the middle.
It's a really beautiful house.
It's a lovely looking house, isn't it? It's really lovely looking. Happy to look inside?
I'd love
Certainly
to.
are.
Great.
I'm starting strong with this 3-storey family home. There's a light and bright reception room with bay windows to the front and an open-plan kitchen, living and dining area to the rear, with doors leading out to a lovely west-facing garden.
On the first floor, there's a family bathroom, 2 double bedrooms, 1 with ensuite, and a 3rd being used as an office. In the converted attic, there's the main bedroom with a very generous ensuite bathroom.
But around here, that all comes at a cost. It's on the market for £1.2 million, 50 grand under their top spend of 1.25 million.
So straight into the kitchen.
I think it's really nice.
Right, it's ready to
Really?
move into it. Yeah.
Good start.
Yeah.
OK.
Quite high end.
An instant gut reaction. So long spreadsheets.
Lovely olive tree in the garden.
I think it's the perfect size.
You could get obsessive about this lawn.
I've never had a lawn, so just the idea of having a lawn is quite exciting in
quite
itself.
exciting, yeah. Oh, you know what I want? A robot lawnmower. It comes out and it just mows, and then it goes and drops the grass
I've
off.
got one of those too.
I'd say they're liking it so far, Kirsty. Your reset has begun.
I can see this working.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Downstairs has done its job, and I can't see them being disappointed with the space on offer upstairs.
It allows us to move into a different life stage.
I think this is a strong house. I think they came in and had a good reaction to it. I think that top bedroom really works. We'll go from there.
Whoa.
Lovely.
This is about half the size of my flat.
I don't think I've seen anything I prefer for the 1.2 in Kingston.
A really good option.
Yeah.
This is more than a reset. It feels like a full emotional release.
You've seen it all.
It's such a good space, and that master bedroom.
We've looked hard for the last 6 months and we've not seen this sort of property come up.
Bar's been set for Kingston. Onwards and upwards.
That's one very good option in the bag. I can breathe a small sigh of relief.
I wish my start had been as successful, but I'm hoping my next offering will give our search a kickstart. We're heading a couple of miles down the road towards Earlsfield, an area packed full of charm with a real village feel and an ample dose of cool. I can really see Chloe here, and I hope she can see herself in this fantastic 1-bed flat.
Right.
This is the flat here.
OK, I'm intrigued. It has
Cool.
curb appeal.
Good.
It looks pretty from the outside.
It's a building with 3 flats. This one has its own front door,
Yeah.
and we're going to head upstairs. But there's something I want to show you en route.
OK.
Let's do it.
I couldn't be happier to be showing Chloe this first floor flat. There is a lot to shout about.
There's a light and bright living, dining and kitchen area, all very nicely done. There's a good-sized bedroom and bathroom, and the added bonus of this private balcony, ideal for Chloe's morning coffee.
And that's not the only outside space. There's a pretty and very private garden with secure off-road parking for her beloved bike. It's on the market for offers over £385,000. There's an offer in for 400, so Chloe would have to beat that. But I think she'd still have change out of her 450 grand budget.
You have a look in there.
Thank you. Oh,
Good private barbecue, have your friends round. And down there
yeah.
is the bike park.
This is perfect so far.
It's pretty good.
It's really lovely.
Let's head upstairs.
Yes.
Did I hear the word perfect? You could be heading from 0 to hero with this place, Pip.
Offers in excess of 385,000. They've had 6 people round, and they've got 400,000 on the table. It's not been accepted.
Okay.
Yeah? Come through here, because it gets better. Because look at that.
Oh, nice. Balcony.
West-facing balcony. Sun goes down over there, evening drinks. It's quite cool, isn't it?
You've done well.
It's unexpected, this bit.
The kitchen is sort of
Yeah.
style-wise
Yeah.
what I would go for.
Have a look at this. I thought that was very cool.
Oh, and they've got a coffee machine.
Yeah.
That's my second love.
We've got the bike, we've got the coffee machine.
We're done. Let's go.
Have a wander.
Yeah.
Got any questions, give me a shout.
Thank you.
Chloe seems to be really connecting with this flat.
Decent-sized bed.
Nice work, Phil.
Well, it's certainly lifted things coming here. She likes it. It's got a good feel. I'm happy.
So, this is a good size.
I think Chloe is just as happy as you are.
Could you see yourself?
Nice.
Cup of coffee?
Definitely.
In the business, this is known as mentally moving in.
Nice.
You've got a nice smile on your face.
I do.
Yeah?
It's perfect. Job done.
Job done.
The balcony is a game changer. It's excellent. I definitely wouldn't have found it.
Excellent.
while
I'm
you're
really,
here.
really pleased. Let's let tomorrow take shape,
Okay.
and then we'll see where we're at.
Now it's my turn to breathe a sigh of relief.
And next, you get the fun task of trying to beat the benchmark, which is what I'm trying to do. We're heading to Barnes, a place Ben and Maya popped right at the top of their spreadsheet. But with semi-detached properties costing, on average, over £2 million, I've been challenged to find a home they can afford here. Now we have, and I've invited Phil along for the ride.
Well, lovely to be in Bath. Beautiful Bath. Bath? Barnes.
Oh my God, it started. The rot has started. I need a younger co-host. I'm so sorry.
Hello, good morning.
I was going to introduce you
Lovely
to the man formerly known as Phil Spencer.
Can you just be nice for a moment? I've only just
He
met
was
them.
just standing here going, God, I love Bath. So, top location.
Way up there.
Definitely up there.
I'm going to take that and run with it. Let's get in.
And Bath or Barnes, who could blame you? Especially when the house is as spectacular as this one.
The open plan living, dining and kitchen runs from front to back and is exceptionally well thought out and finished.
Upstairs, there are 2 bedrooms on the first floor, along with a very tasteful family bathroom. On the second floor, there's a further bedroom with ensuite. They're all doubles, not quite the proportions of property 1, but if they want to be in their favourite area, they'll have to be big enough.
The garden is a fantastic size, though with it comes the compromise. But it's that compromise that brings this place into Ben and Maya's budget. In fact, it's bang on at £1.25 million.
Wow.
Pretty cool.
Wow. That's an amazing feeling.
Yeah. I've only just gone in, but look at your face. It's gone all underlit. Yeah. This house has compromise. It's the railway track at the end of the garden. Oh, that's train.
We live in Vauxhall at the moment. We hear loud stuff every 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah.
So
It's not phasing Ben, and I think there's a lot for Maya to like too.
We've moved into this second space. What do you feel now?
The whole thing is very aesthetic. The train line is the compromise that I'm not sure about yet.
Why don't you stay with me and we'll go out into the garden and wait for a train. Phil and Ben can go upstairs.
This house is everything they've dreamed of in the perfect location.
As long as the train line doesn't derail them.
There's the train.
I feel I'm going to need to see the rest of the house to see if it outweighs this.
It's the old classic, isn't it? Location versus house.
yeah,
But
exactly.
here you've absolutely got the location. You've got a lovely house.
Maya did love yesterday's property.
What did you feel when you woke up this morning?
I can't really get it out of my head.
The Kingston house?
Yeah, and I'm surprised by that.
Okay, right, that's interesting.
It's not as big as where you were yesterday.
Yeah, I personally don't think we need quite as much space, so I think this would be enough.
It certainly seems like Ben is less perturbed by the trains, or maybe just seduced by the Barnes postcode.
For Maya, it seems her heart may still be in Kingston.
Wow.
It's a question of whether this house can win her over.
Okay.
That's a beautiful room.
It's on the smaller side,
It is.
but I think it could be enough.
Are you reapplying?
Yes, always,
That
always.
time of day already?
Yeah.
Well, you've got some happy house hunters, haven't you?
They have applied a lot of intelligent thought to their house process, but they need to feel it.
Wow. Yeah.
It's a good size.
You're absolutely doing your job. The beautiful Barnes, stunning house. But if they were to go with Kingston, bigger house, different kettle of fish.
I think it may come down to just how much Barnes means to them. It is at the very top of their wish list, but then there's that compromise.
It's very beautiful. The issue for me is the sound.
So are you still thinking Kingston?
Kingston was quiet.
I love this house. We always knew we wouldn't get what we wanted in Barnes without making a significant compromise.
At the trains is the compromise. When you're able to recognise the compromise, it's much easier than when you're not. It's a lot to think about.
Well, they certainly seem to have ditched their spreadsheets.
But there's a new problem. They each prefer a different house, and they need to be on the same property page.
We're in southwest London.
I'm with Ben and Maya, who are trying to leave their high-rise behind and find a house before hopefully starting a family. We've reset their search, and now we're all about the gut reaction.
2 houses viewed, 2 houses liked. So much for the picky pair.
The big challenge now is getting them to agree on which property suits them best.
And I'm with motorbiking medic Chloe, who has moved back to London to be close to family and friends. But she's well and truly outgrown her teenage bedroom and is in search of a flat to call home.
We've got one very much in the running, but I haven't quite finished yet.
We're off to Tooting. With equal measures of grittiness and gloriousness, it's a vibrant location, attracting young buyers who want to own a pretty property for a less eye-watering price tag. And we're here to see this very fine example.
So how are you today?
I'm good, thank you. My mind's kept going back to property 2.
Okay, that's good.
I think it was great.
Good. But today's little surprise,
Okay.
Tooting, a classic Victorian conversion ground floor flat.
It looks lovely from the outside. It looks very smart.
We're really here to debate and see how it compares with property number 2.
Yeah, let's do it.
I want Chloe to explore all the options, and this is my more traditional offering.
The inside is immaculate, with a cosy living room and a big bay window. There's a light and bright bedroom with built-in storage, and the bathroom is really nicely done. Unlike property 2, Chloe would have the luxury of having a kitchen separate from the living space, with room to dine.
The garden is separated from the house slightly, but more than big enough to have friends round. And I'm hoping it feels private enough for Chloe's morning coffee. The bike could be parked out the front, so we're ticking all the boxes here. It's bang on budget at £450,000, and it's not yet on the market. So if she likes it, we're in pole position.
Right, Chloe,
Thank you.
front room,
Okay.
all the bells and whistles.
Lots of nice features.
Yeah. The bedroom,
Yep.
lots of storage.
Yep. Nice window.
And then through to kitchen, bathroom, garden. All beautifully presented,
Okay.
top of its game,
Yeah.
450 grand. The sweetener is it's not actually on the market yet. It comes on today or tomorrow. So you are
Okay.
in the kind of driving seat.
I see. Nice.
Should you like it? Gut feel, how does it compare with yesterday?
It's lovely, and there's nothing wrong with it. Don't think I've decided yet.
This is very traditional and beautiful,
Yeah.
whereas the other one is a bit different, it's a bit quirky.
Yeah, agreed.
Go on, have a squiz.
Thank you.
I'll be in the garden.
It may just boil down to which of those Chloe feels is more her.
Whew, this is a really classic Victorian conversion flat. It's a really strong example. And I think if she hadn't have seen the second property, this is probably what she'd be going for. I know the cogs are turning, so I'm happy. It's a good place to be.
With the benchmark set so very high by Property 2, it's going to take a lot to beat it.
And it looks like the verdict is in.
And a little garden out the back. What's going through your mind?
I don't know how free I would feel to sit in my pyjamas with my coffee. That
Property
garden.
2 still the front runner?
Yeah, if I hadn't have seen that, I would probably said, oh, this is great, this is wonderful.
What I'm always trying to do is put people in a position where they can make an informed choice, because it's a big choice,
Yeah.
it's a scary choice.
Very grateful.
Happy?
Yep.
Good. Let's get out of here.
Thank you.
Lovely flat, but it's not going to be Chloe's.
No.
I very much doubt this place will struggle to find its next owner.
Right, onwards.
And it's helped Chloe feel even more confident about her feelings for Property 2.
Well, we are all about the feelings. The only problem is Ben and Maya are each feeling a different property. So I have a third fantastic option to throw into the mix. We're back in Kingston because I think this Victorian semi on this super attractive street is well worth a visit. Coat's gone, scarf's gone. Look at it, sunglasses on. Come on in. And hopefully inside, the outlook is just as bright.
You already know they like Kingston, so it's wise to let the house do the talking.
It's a bit more of a project, but I'm hoping they see that as an opportunity to put their own stamp on it. It's only a couple of square metres shy of Property 1, and the kitchen has been recently done. But it's crying out to be extended into the side return, adding space and value.
There were 3 good-sized bedrooms and loft space, which could be used as a future fourth.
But what makes this place a must-view property is the price. It's on the market for £995,000, over £250,000 under their £1.25 million budget.
Wow.
I know.
So different.
This house has been on the market a month. It had an offer that started with a 1. They weren't proceedable, so now it's come down to £995,000.
Wow.
It currently has 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and an additional downstairs outside loo. I think all men should use an outside loo. This is a perfect opportunity to do something completely our own way, but you've got to have gut.
For me, it's not good enough. To
Under £1 million, we're definitely having a look.
Okay, you go and have a look.
Thanks.
Well, Maya may need to have gut enough for both of them.
At £250,000 under budget, I'm glad they're at least exploring the possibilities.
The style of the kitchen is nice enough.
Yeah.
It's not the woe, and it's not Barnes.
This house, its high ceilings and old-fashioned feel, is really heartwarming. But it was obvious that when Ben walked in here, this didn't make his heart sing.
Good head height, big room.
Yeah, it's a good size. The ceiling is sloped. I think the floor's sloped.
I think this may be a no.
Not so fast, Phil. They haven't seen all of this home's treasures yet.
Sit down. I'm just experimenting, have experimented with this sofa. It's the most comfortable sofa I've ever sat on.
Oh, wow.
I know.
I'll just meditate on my decision.
While you are meditating on your decision, can you inform me of it?
I think this isn't our house. This is someone's house. It's someone who's up for the project, and we're not those soldiers right now. We've got enough on our plate without this.
There's nothing pulling us to it.
Right, well, we need to go and find somewhere to chat. Come on. Right.
My hat trick of houses isn't meant to be. But with 2 fantastic options, we're in a very good place. But I've been so focused on Ben and Maya, I've left my co-pilot flying solo. We need a debrief.
I'm sorry I didn't come over and meet Chloe. I'd have really liked to do that.
Oh, don't apologise. It was fine.
Really?
Really. It was an immaculate flat, but she walked in and said, it's lovely. This is what I would have bought, but I quite like the quirky other one. So.
Really? Okay, well, I was sad not to be there. Phil, you are a countryman. What is that noise?
That is a squirrel arguing with a magpie. That's the squirrel.
Yeah.
That's, and followed by the magpie.
I didn't know that squirrels made that much noise.
Yeah.
You know what they say? Rats with smarter coats and better PR.
Sounds like you. My friendly squirrel.
It's the best joke you've ever made.
Well, hopefully I stay on form today. I have high hopes my last viewing with Chloe will give Property 2 a bit of competition. I'm back in Rains Park, an area Chloe wasn't keen on. But I think it's worth a second punt for this one-bed flat. It's bigger, cheaper, and with a cracking garden. Forget coffee on the balcony. Here she could party in her PJs if the mood were to strike.
So tell me if I'm wrong, Chloe.
Yeah.
But I just feel we're in a good place. And because of that, I wanted to show you this ground floor flat, gardens front and back, parking, beautiful condition. What strikes you about the setting?
It's very sleepy, and I think I would probably be quite isolated.
Why I wanted to bring you here is because I wanted to show you something that was quite a bit bigger and quite a bit cheaper.
Yeah.
Worth a look?
Always worth a look. It might give me something to consider that I haven't yet.
Let's see what you think.
The suburban setting may not be exciting, Chloe, but I still have high hopes that the space on offer inside will tempt her.
The bedroom is generous and the bathroom well finished and perfectly practical.
But it's the living space where Chloe should really see just how much more she can have here. The kitchen is high spec and even has room for a good-sized table. And the garden is an absolute showstopper.
It's on the market for £375,000, a whopping 75 grand under Chloe's top spend of £450. That has to be worth a try, Phil.
Come on in, Chloe.
Lovely.
Lovely big bedroom, lovely new bathroom, and then living room, kitchen. Garden's been landscaped, absolutely beautiful. Patio, 375.
It's lovely. It's just the location. Wrong spot for this point in my life.
Fine, I can deal with that. Let's head off.
Yeah.
Get ourselves a drink and have a bit of a brainstorm.
That sounds good.
Well, I don't think my being there would have made an ounce of difference. Property 2 is very clearly the one.
But with an offer already on the table and 6 viewings lined up for the weekend, securing it won't be straightforward.
In southwest London, spreadsheet-loving Ben and Maya have 2 properties to ponder, one in Barnes and one in Kingston.
Kingston was quiet.
I love this house. I like Chester as well.
Whereas junior Dr. Chloe fell for Property 2, and nothing else has come close.
Job done.
It's a cracking flat, but there's an offer already on the table and 6 more viewings lined up at the weekend. I don't know about Chloe, but I'm feeling a tad nervous.
It was beautiful for me to take you into that flat because you had such an immediate reaction, and gut feel and emotion is so important.
I love it.
It's going to be a difficult challenge to secure it for you at the right price.
Yeah.
The flat is on the market for offers over £385,000. There's an offer on the table of £400,000, but we're led to believe the sellers are actually looking for closer to £420,000.
But if we make an offer at 405, 410 even, they will take it to the weekend and 6 more people will go through the door. I don't know how to advise you. It's not my money, it's not my decision.
I have faith in you.
Did we go at 415? Give it a whirl at 415.
This was which medication you could take for your blood pressure. I could advise. Unfortunately, this is where I fall woefully short. You can do it.
The easy option would be to offer the £420,000, but I want to get Chloe the best deal I can.
Alex, hi, it's Phil. Yeah, Chloe, she does very much like the flat, and she can see herself living there really happily. The difficulty is the value. My personal feeling is it's worth about 410, but she is also super keen to purchase it. So we've come up with a number of 415. She's 100% ready to go. Thanks, Alex. Good luck. Thank you. I think we're going to get a no, but I think we have to
That's the
try.
first breath I've taken in about 4 minutes.
She'll talk to the vendor, but the vendor's got a pretty clear idea of the number that she wants.
Worth a punt.
£35,000 under Chloe's top spend would be a fantastic result. Good luck. As for Ben and Maya, they've been back to Property 1 in Kingston, so I need to know if they're closer to making their choice.
It is one of the hardest decisions. I think one of us is making a compromise.
That's me. Which is okay. And actually, Ben lighting up is so important. And just before we came in here, he said, I'm shaking, this is so important.
I've had a question mark over Kingston for the last 6 months.
But the thing is, we have seen a lot of good stuff in Kingston.
And you haven't bought it.
And you haven't
Yeah.
bought it.
No. Where do you think you're at now?
I think we're leaning towards Barnes.
Was there a figure that you had in mind?
We would be comfortable at 1.2, and I think we'd have a happy life there.
So, Property 2 is the winner. It's on the market for £1.25 million.
I don't want you to lose it. But I think if we go in at 1.2, they'll try and negotiate us up anyway. There's probably something to be said for going in at 117.
At that price, I'd pick Barnes over Kingston.
1.17.
1.17.
Okay, right. Jasmine, I'm going to be absolutely straight with you. At 117, Barnes beats Kingston. They've nothing to sell. They're your ideal buyers. Yes. Right. Okie doke. Okay. So the vendor isn't available this evening. Right. Okay. Thanks so much. Bye. It's disappointing. Tomorrow morning, I'll speak to Jasmine and I'll ring you and we'll sort it out.
But at least they now know the house they want to make home.
Listen, it's good. She didn't say, oh, slightly disappointing, you sure they haven't got more?
Yes.
She was like, great.
Yeah.
So I think let's straight to and getting it for
Excellent.
hopefully.
117.
At the start of this search, I asked Ben and Maya to engage their emotions, and they have certainly done that. I have high hopes for tomorrow.
And back with Chloe, we have our hopes pinned on an ambitious £415,000 offer.
Hi, Alex. Yeah. Yeah. She's happy to accept it. Okay, she'd like to have a doctor then, wouldn't it? Awesome. Thank you. Brilliant news.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Cheers,
Good
Bill.
job you're a doctor.
Oh, that's
415.
really lovely.
She's taken
Oh,
off the
that's
market.
so
Nobody else will see it.
kind. Oh, I owe that lady a very large glass of wine.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Your
Cheers.
house hunt is over.
Goodbye, teenage bedroom. Hello, new home. And with just about everything she wanted.
I'm absolutely thrilled for her.
Well done.
And 3 weeks on, finally having a flat to call her own is just about sinking in.
Elated that I found a property and it was mine. But I was also really touched that the seller wanted to sell to me because of the work that I do. I think it's such a lovely gesture.
And thankfully, there's no regrets about location.
Earlsfield actually suits me down to the ground, almost like someone doing my search knew me better than I knew myself.
Could she be talking about Phil?
I think I'll be very happy there. I'm already planning how I'm going to make the flat more my own.
It's clear Chloe and her bike have their ideal home.
Phil was invaluable. I definitely couldn't have done it without him. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
It was my absolute pleasure.
As for Ben and Maya, there's been some news with their search too.
Kirsty put an offer in of 1170. Ended up getting rejected because it turned into a bit of a bidding war.
Sometimes a house is worth fighting for.
So,
Kirsty said, if you offer 12.25, it will be yours.
yeah.
So we ended up offering and they accepted 12.25.
Fantastic news.
And, all being well, they hope to get the keys in around 8 weeks' time.
It's exciting.
It has
The
sunk in.
community feel,
Yeah.
the people there. It's just a lovely place. I think that house was the one primarily because it was Barnes, and also it had a wow factor. We could be really happy there.
I doubt they'd have got there without you, Kirsty.
She just helps us so much, just to really focus our minds on what matters. So, yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
They trusted their gut and can finally now say goodbye to high-rise living.
Cheers.
As lovely as that looks. If you'd like help finding your next home, then we want to hear from you. You can apply online at channel4.com/take part.